Now, guys, so far, for all the questions that we've been doing, you were being given y being a function of x, just being a function of one variable. But however, there are times that you can be given, let's say y being a function of, let's say, f of xt, like y is written in terms of two variables. So in such cases, we carry out partial differentiation. So differentiating partially with respect to one of the variables. Let's say, for example, you're given your y. So let's say you're given z being a function of u, v, w, all these variables. So del z, del u. This is the partial derivative of z with respect to u. And del z, del v. That is the partial derivative of z with respect to v. And finally, del z, del w. This is the partial derivative of z with respect to w. Now, when evaluating this partial derivative of z with respect to u, only u acts as a variable at this instance. All the other variables apart from u will act as a constant, when you're evaluating this. And the same for this. All the other variables apart from v will act as a constant. And also for this, when you're differentiating partially with respect to w, all the other variables apart from w will act as a constant at this instant. So let's take up an example and see how exactly we carry out partial differentiation. So, example, given y is equal to, or let's say given z, is equal to 5x raised to power 4 plus 2x cubed y squared minus 3y. Find. So the first thing we're going to find is partial derivative of z with respect to x. When we are differentiating z with respect to x, anything y will be acting as a constant. So we will treat it as a constant. So differentiating 5x raised to power 4 will give us 20x cubed. Plus differentiating this, so let's write out all the constants outside the bracket. We have 2 being a constant. Y squared is also a constant at this instance because we are differentiating with respect to x. So these 2 are constants. Then we differentiate x cubed. And the derivative of x cubed is what? 3x squared. Then minus, what is the derivative of 3y? The whole of this is a constant. And the derivative of a constant is what? 0. So the partial derivative of z with respect to x will be equal to 20x cubed plus 6y squared x squared. Okay, in a similar manner, let's look for the partial derivative of z with respect to y. And notice that my d's are slant, so please don't write straight d's. These d's are slant. So partial derivative of z with respect to y means we will be treating x as constant because we only have 2 variables here, and x and y. So x will be treated as constant. So if we are coming to differentiate this, the whole of this will be a constant. This is a constant, this is a constant. And what is the derivative of a constant? 0. Plus, when we are coming to differentiate this, so let's take out the constants. The constants are 2 and x cubed. So we are differentiating y squared, which will give us 2y minus, what is the derivative of 3y? 3. So the partial derivative of z with respect to y is 4x cubed y minus 3. Anytime you have a function written with respect to more than one variable and you're told to carry out partial derivative, that's how you go about it. Okay, let's take up another example. Example number 2. let's say we are given y is equal to 4 sine 3x cos 2t. And then we are being told to find partial derivative of y with respect to x. When we are partially differentiating with respect to x, all the other variables are going to act as constants. So here we have two variables, we have x and t. So t will be acting as a constant. So I will only differentiate variable x. So let me write all my constants outside the bracket. 4 and cos 2t at this instance will be constants. So what am I differentiating? Sine 3x. And what is the derivative of sine 3x? 3 cos 3x. So what's my final answer? 3 and 4 will give me 12 cos 2t cos 3x. This is the partial derivative of y with respect to x. What of partial derivative of y with respect to t now? When we are differentiating partially with respect to t, it means x is going to be acting as a constant. So I can write my constants outside. 4 sine 3x, and then differentiate cos 2t. The derivative of cos 2t is minus 2 sine 2t. So putting all that together, 4 and minus 2 will give me minus 8 sine 3x sine 2t. And that is the partial derivative of y with respect to t, guys. So I hope that is clear. You can do this example on your own and tell me what you get. So example, let's take up example 3. So let's have our z is equal to, so let's do this example. So z is equal to cos 3x sine 4y. Okay, do this example and tell me what it gives you. Like, look for the partial derivative of z with respect to x, and then also look for the partial derivative of z with respect to y. Okay, 1 minute, guys.